Hello, 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 hello.
Hello.
Hello! Sorry, that's a bit loud.
Yeah, calm down.
If anyone was sleeping on the stream, they should now be awake.
Well, hopefully, yes. Hello, this is Dom and
Tom.
from Blacktail Studios, and welcome to a talk, a sit, a hobby, and an episode 49. Tom, well done.
I know. What are we doing for 50th?
Well, people have to see next week, won't they?
Yeah. Oh God, we've got a plan sign now. You know that.
Yeah. Awkward. So, guys, if you're new to this stream, essentially, myself and Tom will sit here doing a bit of hobby, chatting, all sorts of stuff, and hopefully you guys will be doing exactly the same. Hopefully. So, to start things off, Tom, what are you hobbying on tonight? I was kind of hoping you're going to drop it. He's going to drop it.
Yeah. No. I have 2 Sisters of Battle's Rhinos I'm starting on. I'm breaking the Death Guard link after doing that Demon Prince the other weekend. So
that is looking quite nice, though.
Thank you very much. It was actually quite a joy to paint in the end. It took a little while to get into it, but really enjoyed getting the finished, and it's also given me some ideas to spruce up the other models in the army. So
very nice.
So I'm going to go back over some of them at some point just to add a little bit of detail. Should be good fun. What are you doing, Dominic? What are you doing?
Well, as always, I'm doing some Chaos Space Marines. They are getting there. The squad is almost complete. I've got one more that is base coated, and then the squad will be done. And the 83rd Warhost will have a new video.
Well, I thought you were going to say complete.
Yes, complete. Don't need anything else. Because all hobby projects, Tom, are completed that easily.
Yeah, that's how it works, isn't it?
Yeah. It's just like, I've got to 15,000 points, 15,500 points, and now I'm just going to stop.
Maybe we should. Maybe we should just stop.
Start new armies. Maybe you do a Word Bearer one, and I'll do a Black Templar one. Well, it hurt me saying that.
I can't, mate. They're too much of an enemy now.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you actually thought about putting any Word Bearer basic material on to any of your stuff?
I've thought about it. I probably should do it at some point, considering the amount of battles we've been against each other. I'm sure some of my guys have probably collected quite a few trophies, so especially the Emperor's Champion.
Collection of helmets.
Yeah, I might do that. He's just gonna. I might actually break him off his base and then build add an extra 3 feet to him for all his kills.
Nice. Yeah. So what's everyone in the chat working on tonight? Sorry, we rambled on and went in a different direction, but really we should ask you guys. What are you all working on tonight?
We'd like to know and possibly see if you stick it in the Discord. So,
yep.
I know Mr. Fellpire put his first model up in Discord over the weekend. I persuaded him to post it. He wasn't going to.
It was looking very good.
Exactly.
Yep. Well done, Fellpire. Welcome to the Dynasties. You're welcome to the Necron goodness. Some Rubikai. Very nice. Black Legion Chaos Space Marines. Oh, which Chaos Space Marines are you working on, Daryl? The ones from Shadowspear or the ones from the actual box? Or maybe some old ones.
Could be. Maybe got some like proper golden olds.
Yeah, no. Maybe some of those snap fit ones you get from the that box that they released. Oh. Yeah. Oh, and Mr. Blue is working on his painting challenge one.
Yeah, that Grot tank is starting to look rather nice, I will say.
I'm looking forward to see some of these vehicles.
I spoke to him last Saturday about it. I think he was doing some grass and some stuff on the thing at the time. So.
Oh, very cool. Right, I need to get another bit of paper here. My dry brushing bit of paper is stuck to my notepad.
Not quite sure how much white I'm going to put on this tank yet. I was just comparing it to my Exorcist.
Yeah, and that was a bit of a beast to paint, wasn't it?
Yeah, I've got another one to do as well now. That's base code. Well, I decided I'll do the Rhinos first because they're a slightly easier model to paint. So I thought start with them and work up to doing the Exorcist again, because plus I've got an immolator to do as well, which is looks equally as annoying. Especially when you like glue the glass bit on before you spray it.
Yeah, that was not the best move in the world.
Then saying that, I was actually thinking about this. I'm probably going to paint it stained glass anyway, so I don't know how that's going to look.
That could be an interesting look, to be honest, mate. Yeah, nice. Obviously, it's been announced about the Piety and Pain. Is that a box set for the sisters and Drakari? So I don't know if Mr. Holland. He is. Mr. Holland is in the chat
I heard
tonight,
you were doing a splitsy.
We're doing splitsies. So I'll be taking the sister's part, and he'll be taking.
Is that like the first time you haven't been forced into a splitsy that you maybe didn't need?
Yeah. I don't know. Some of it I don't need. I was kind of like, I know tanks are good, but I was liking the idea of like lots of infantry. But I think if I'm going to have a regimented squad or a snazzy at some point, a snazzy Dominion squad with combi weapons, I'm going to have to transport them. They're going to be a pretty big target. It's got a nice new model in there as well. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be good.
That's one of the reasons I started on the rhinos, because I realised getting them around the board is quite important. Excuse me.
He's indeed. I think you've had some bad encounters, haven't you, when you've been in your little...
I mean, Dave Hollanders again gave me a bit of a nasty pasting with some Space Marines. But toughness 3 models against bolters is never fun.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting actually, because obviously all Marines have gone up to 2 wounds. How sisters are going to do in
heavy bolters, mate. Just bring more heavy bolters.
That's all I've got so far is heavy bolters.
Fine then, no worries. They do 2 damage, so just do the trick. You can still kill Marines outright. Lots of melters.
Very good. Yeah. I've got a combi plasma, quite a few storm bolters, a couple of heavy bolters in there. We'll see how it does. But my retributors, I'm thinking lots of heavy bolters. I might chuck in a heavy flamer as well.
Ooh, nice.
Because the heavy flamer, I think it's +6 to its range. It's in the retributor squad.
There's a stratagem, I think.
Right, okay. If anyone in the chat knows, just let us know. But I'm pretty sure I read it. So you get +6. I haven't got the codex. I'm using Battle Scribe.
I haven't really played my sisters for a little while, so I've been still building up a force that's playable in some more games other than like 500-point combat patrols. So
nice. And also yesterday, obviously, there was a certain Demon Prince that was announced as well.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
even if it isn't for 40k, right?
Pardon?
It's not for 40k though, is it?
It is for 40k. It's for both, mate.
It's for both. They've kept it as both, have they?
Yes, Be'lakor is both 40k and AOS. Although I'm not a massive fan of him in 40k, but I'm kind of hoping the scale of that model is going to have some pretty nifty new tricks up his sleeve. And it depends how the codex works as well in the new.
This is very true.
Codex works because he's unaligned. If, for instance, I've got my Khorne demons. If I was to introduce him as part of that detachment, they lose all their. It's all gone.
This is true.
So for a pure demon army, I think he's quite tasty.
I think that's what I would use him for if I was to sort of use him. I think, but we shall see. I mean, I haven't started my demon army yet, so.
Yeah. What does everyone else think about him in the brand new model? Size of a house. Or well, at least we know from the scale picture, he's the same size as a Bloodthirster.
That's good. I think that's the correct size. So he used to be quite a dinky model, didn't he?
Yeah, he was like the classic.
I remember Daryl had one, actually, I think the original.
Yep.
Bought him in a few games, so... but yeah, quite looking forward to seeing how he pans out. I think I'll be getting him. Okay, there you are, Daryl. Right, where am I going to put more white on this model? I don't know. Ooh, choices.
And to be fair, like Be'lakor, I think was one of the few models that have come out that I've instantly gone, I need to get that because that is absolutely beautiful. Like a lot of them, they come out and I'm like, nah, I might be alright.
Could or could not have that, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm like, wow, that looks amazing. I'm not a massive fan of painting black, but I will give it a darn good go. I think Daryl.
Colour?
Yeah, but I want to keep his Be'lakor, so he's going to be black. I think myself and Darryl are going to have a bit of a paint off with him, so it'll be quite interesting.
Wow. Well, hopefully we'll get our next challenge on the go as well at some point.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I don't know what I'd like to do really, to be honest. Tom, for our next paint.
Maybe we should do a single model this time.
Maybe a single model. Yeah. Well, to be fair, 10 models was a bit of a mission. I don't know how you felt about that.
Well, yeah, it was nice. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed doing it. It was a bit of a push. Mainly, but I think that was maybe down to myself not probably keeping up with the speed of painting over the entire month, rather than just sort of going, well, I've got about a week and a half to go. Better get cracking with this then.
Mr. Blue there saying Bellicor will be a Supreme Commander. That's very confident. So you can put him in. So yeah. I mean, there's nothing stopping you taking some other unaligned demons and having a little detachment.
To be fair, it still breaks your rules though.
Well, not in the current ones.
No, but it will do.
If it goes the same way as the other ones, it might do.
I would be very surprised if
it'll be very interesting to see what happens with him, to be honest.
Because with Nurgle, if you take anything outside of another demon prince, it breaks your
death card.
Yes, it breaks your death card rule, which is. I mean, it does seem to me this edition seems to be going for trying to make people do mono stuff, really, which is interesting.
So if that's the theme, they're going with, Bellicor is going to be quite an interesting addition in that case. Hopefully there'll be some rule in there that maybe has one particular keyword in it. It's all good.
I think even if you summon, I think it still breaks as well, if I remember correctly. I think I've read this in
No, because you don't buy them as part of the detachment, so you can summon them. Okay. That is very true, Larry. So, I mean, also for my word bearers, to have an unaligned demon prince of the nature of Bellicor will be quite nice. Bearers. Bring him on!
Scum.
Whoa, hang on, that's a bit harsh.
Oh, I'm sorry, that slipped out.
But summoning, definitely can do. Unless they change that as well. Who knows?
Record these Supreme Command. Okay, maybe there's a way to do it then. I need to get the latest set of just new Supreme Command attachment stuff. I'm a little bit out of touch with that. That is one detachment I've never ever really considered using, to be fair. It just never really came up. But yeah, it's possible we could go down that route. Yeah, take lots of Space Marine characters. Right. Hello.
Nice. Yeah, maybe get a few people on the Discord.
Everyone pay a Bellicor. That'll be the challenge.
Everyone get a Bellicor. It's like the Fracker challenge, but it's a Bellicor challenge.
I bet he's going to be expensive.
Oh yeah, you've seen the size of that model. It's a thing of beauty.
Do you reckon 60 quid?
Easily.
Yeah.
Better be good for 60 quid.
He better be good for 60 quid, quite right. And Darryl reckons 80. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if he was 80. If he's as big as a Bloodthirst, that means he's nearing Knight territory, isn't he? So, but hey ho, we'll wait and see on that one. It won't be too long till that's revealed.
Yes, yeah, looking forward to it.
Just like it won't be too long when I can come over and play a game in your garden.
Oh yeah, get the barbecue going. Yeah, the last couple of weekends have been quite nice actually. So
yeah, even today was not bad, to be honest. First time I didn't really feel like sitting anywhere near my car.
Oh, there you go. Oh yeah, $150. I don't know what the.
Oh yeah, dollar wise, yeah, fair enough. That might be.
Exchange rate is like at the moment.
Conversion, I think, yeah. They do like to charge a pretty penny Games Workshop for good models. Don't know if you've noticed that over the years, Dom.
Yeah. You end up paying a little bit extra, don't you, for a decent model? Weird.
Ooh, don't go in that line. There we go. Okay, I've got my little breakdown of this model now, I think, so I can now crack on with it and hopefully not mess it up too much.
Yeah, I look forward to playing some games, Tom.
Oh, mate, honestly, it seems like it's just been so too long.
Oh yeah, definitely.
At least we have the opportunity to possibly do that in a few weeks' time. I think we were saying end of March, weren't we? Really, I think it was roughly when it was. See if we can maybe meet up in your garden and have a game. Filmed or not filmed, I don't care.
No, I think we owe it.
I know. Honestly,
to film it. It might take a little while, Tom, but we'll film.
You know me, I'm up for that.
Did
you ever think about the bank holiday? Possible date?
Yes, I think I will message you some dates.
Cool.
We will work something out, Thomas.
I'd like to get it in the books, mate. You know, then you can't sort of disappear on it, mate. You
know. Unbelievable. Rude.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, no, it'll be good.
Maybe even 2 games. You never know. I'll come over at 6 AM. Should be light enough by then.
Yep. Tom, I think you forget. I'm normally up at about 5:30.
Oh no, I'm talking about the light. I know you're up. Don't worry. You know me. I'm always up as well. So.
There you go. Yes.
Reminds me of the days he used to wake you up at your flat.
Yeah. Happy days. Yes. So yeah, we'll get a couple of games in. Get a couple of armies lined up. I think it will be most interesting. I definitely want to be playing my Necrons and maybe my word bearers. Although, like, not being funny, the lack of support for chaos at the moment, I'm not a massive. It'd be in a very uphill battle.
I can kind of appreciate that, mate.
Yeah.
Maybe you could always play my Death Guard.
No. I think I'll probably do my guard, Necrons and guard.
Well, judging by that post that you created the other day about the guard, there seems to be quite a few people very guard-centric knocking about at the moment.
Yeah, guard is very popular. I think the Imperial Guard or the Astra Militarum, let's call them Imperial Guard, it's not insulting. Imperial Guard community is very vocal of their support for the range, which is very understandable. If you collected a guard army, you're definitely going to be supporting them. I'll probably play some guard, to be honest.
Okay.
So yeah, be my Necrons versus your Death Guard, and then
assume so.
What would you want to play against my guard?
Death Guard? No.
Let's do it.
I remember how much your guard loved my Death Guard last time out. So.
Mate, rematch.
I could always play. Red Scorpions against your Necrons if you wanted.
I honestly don't mind. What would you guys like to see? My 2 games. My Necrons versus one of Tom's armies, and my guard versus which one of Tom's armies.
I see.
There you go. It's been up to the people, Tom. Let the people decide.
Let's see if anyone responds on that one.
If you're unfamiliar, Tom's this guy over here.
Very good. They better know who I am by now. Guard versus.
Yeah. Let's get him, boys.
I don't know.
Be a bit like Gulliver's Travels. Get him.
Sisters get painting. I ain't got enough points of sisters. Jesus Christ. I'd have to double up all of my troops. Death Guard and Orcs. Well, unfortunately, there's a problem there. Someone here doesn't collect an Orc army.
I'm sure he means you play Orcs against my guard.
No, I think he meant. Orcs versus Wordbearers, but 2 very sub-pair codexes. There we go.
Yeah. Wordbearers versus Orcs and Necrons versus Death Guard.
There we go. Oh God, I don't want to bring the Orc army over.
Yes, bring the Orcs up.
Look, you come here then.
Look, If you had a garden, it wouldn't be a problem.
Look, I have a very. We can look. We've got the side of the building above the shop below.
I've got a very large windowsill.
No, that's fine.
Do it, Tom.
We'll see.
We'll get the Barbie going. It'll be a nice
She can come over
time.
as well. She can watch the games. You know, it's nice.
Yeah. Happy days. Happy days.
Keep the nieces entertained.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly, Captain Jack. I really want to see Crons versus Death Guard. I just want to play a game, but I think Necrons versus Death Guard would be a very interesting game, to be honest. They're very similar in a lot of places.
Oh, I mean, look forward to mincing them up a bit. Better not say anything. You haven't played for a while, so you're probably going to win every game now.
Yeah, beginner's luck.
Beginner's luck. What was that? Yeah, I suppose you've only played one game in 9th edition.
Oh, we're on 9th edition now, are we? I
Yeah,
was going to... Oh, no, right, okay.
Well, you're going to play 8th, are you?
Yeah.
I think we need to have a chat.
Oh.
Might have to pick up some of the rule books as well, actually, because I haven't picked up the Grand Tournament pack yet. I don't know what we're going to play. Maybe we'll end up playing a narrative mission for whatever I know. I don't know. There's plenty of options.
Yeah.
So anyway, obviously, I think I spoke to you about it. Yeah, obviously, One Division finished the other day.
It did finish, didn't it? What was your feeling on the finale, Tom?
I liked it.
Did you?
It was a good little ending, and sets up the next thing. So, what more could you ask for? What did you think? Not a fan, or?
Oh
no!
I don't know. I think they could have done better, to be honest. I wasn't a massive fan of the ending. Yeah, I was hoping for a little bit more. But then
you were hoping Doctor Strange was going to turn up, weren't you?
I was hoping for someone. It didn't necessarily be Doctor Strange. It could have been literally anybody. They could have made a new guy up, but it was a bit like...
You made a new guy up.
Yeah, just bring someone into the MCU that hasn't been there yet. But it was like, what's her name? Rambo had those powers. And it was like the most misused thing ever. It was like, missed opportunity, sorry. It was like, oh, I've got all these powers and I'll essentially not really do much.
I'm glad you corrected that, because what she did was save 2 children. That would have been rather awkward for you, I think.
Oh. To be fair, those kids are pretty good by themselves.
Oh yeah, I think they were probably all right. To be fair.
Yeah.
Dom kind of looks like Doctor Strange. Well, there we go.
Wow, thank you very much.
Don't inflate his ego. He doesn't need it. And yet, none of his models are painted.
Painted.
Wow, that's about... What is that, half a model?
Quarter, maybe?
Oh Christ, not even half. That's just...
Sorry, you're Doctor Strange. Jeez.
Oh no.
Jealous.
Doctor Strange too smart. Not my cup of tea.
Let's do a bit of purple on this guy.
Yeah, this will work quite nice actually. It's quite a simplistic model. This actually.
Rhino.
Yeah, I mean obviously they've added quite a lot of system battle accents to it, but it's a fairly easy one to paint actually.
So is it like that they just the hatches have changed?
Yeah, so you've got
the back hatch.
And then you've got
side one.
And a little bit on the front.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's pretty much that. So
yeah, standard Rhino chassis.
Yeah,
really,
exactly. So I normally find these quite easy to paint, although I'm not quite sure what this army painter spray I used, which looked okay to begin with, seems to have done some mottling or something on the top. But it seems
I think anyone that's listened to our stream throughout the lockdown will notice that we're not necessarily a big fan of army painter so far. It seems to all the issues we have tend to be with something to do with army painter.
I mean, their grey paint, spray paint's fine. I just obviously hadn't got the gunmetal out, and I had to buy it because basically there's no stock of Games Workshop paints anywhere at the moment that I could find at the time. So, but actually, what I've just noticed on here, once you go over it with the base coat, it seems to disappear. So it's not actually the end of the world. Time will tell. But yeah, the actual, I think that some of their brushes and stuff are pretty poor, as you demonstrated the other week. I'm pretty sure. By showing.
Yeah, great. Really, a bit poor.
I suppose
yeah.
some of their paints are very good. So.
Yeah, just a shame, really. I can't say I've had much luck with their brushes so far.
Strange, but cannot see his mate as Kublik from Marco Polo. He did bad things. Okay.
Tom,
What's that?
did you ever watch Marco Polo?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was all right. I watched a few of them. I couldn't quite get into it as much as I'd hoped to, but that's quite a nice little series to try and watch. Might be your thing.
Okay, I'll make a note. What was I haven't really watched much actually at the moment. Definitely not the last couple of last week or so. Anyway, I've kind of been just watching food-related telly. So. Somebody feed Phil.
I've been watching Parks and Rec.
Oh, you re-watching or?
No, I just started watching it from scratch, so I've been watching it as well. And it's all right. It's not too bad. And I'm waiting for her to go to bed and then watch like a horror film. I watched what did I watch yesterday? Us. I don't know if you've seen that. It's on Netflix at the moment. I quite like a nice film.
Oh, is that the one with the family that gets? Is that one?
Yeah, the duplicate family.
Yeah. I watched the other. Well, I did watch a kind of a creepy Robin Williams film. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
Robin Williams one. Yeah. Is that the 1 hour photo? Yeah, that's quite.
He's just when because obviously Robin Williams has this kind of thing attached to him, where he's like, he's a funny guy. He's got, but you watch him in that, and you're like, Christ, he really could just act out a serial killer.
Yeah. Honestly, I listened to a little thing about Robin Williams, and he was a really, really talented actor when he was studying, and obviously we mainly know him for his comedic roles, but yeah, he was very, very good actor.
So I did see him in Dead Poets Society. Well, he was pretty good in that as well. His blonde bleach hair. Yeah, yes, Adam. That's exactly it.
Yeah, that's it.
It was just so not what you kind of expect from him, but it was just very creepy. I just found myself sort of shivering a couple of times, like some of the scenes. Oh God, no, this is so wrong.
Pretty well. He was a pretty good actor, and of course a 40k player.
Well,
or collector at least.
Yeah. We need some more superstars to pick up the hobby. But when's our game with Henry Cavill again, mate?
We're not talking about that. You got us banned, Tom, by stalking him too much.
I just want an autograph.
Just sign here. No, don't show him that.
Oh Christ! You had to go there, didn't you? Unbelievable.
Well, no one was going there. That was the thing.
Well, you've upset everyone in chat now.
Sorry, everybody.
So you need to apologise. Right, there we go. Second layer. Let it dry. Is that enough white on there, do you think?
Yes, it's quite hard to tell.
It's only on the grey at the moment, obviously.
Yeah. You need a couple of coats on there, don't you?
Just couldn't rethink.
What white do you need?
What white? Oh well, this is Celestia grey base first, and then it'll go to all round grey, which gets it looking like. Actually, yeah, I've got my little. Looks like this.
Oh right, okay.
So it'll go from that to that.
Yeah, should look quite nice.
Yeah, it's one
Quite
of those
hard
things.
to tell at that very early stage.
No,
What
I
it's
know.
going
It's
to
when
look
you're
like.
breaking a model up, you're kind of like, have I done enough enough break up? And it's just like, yeah, I probably have. It's because it's quite a simplistic model. This, it's not doesn't need an awful.
Yeah, it's like I've got to do some vehicles at some point for my sisters, as we discussed earlier, and I don't know how I'm going to do it, to be honest. It's one of those things that, like, I've got the infantry paint scheme down a tree.
Yes.
I know what I'm doing with that, but the minute I have to go to a vehicle, it's like, well, what's going to be green and what's going to be bronze, and I've got a bit of white here as well. So what's doing what here? What's going to be the primary color? Is it the bronze armor, or is it going to be the green? Or yeah, it's always a bit of a challenge, I think, when you first start kind of doing vehicles or infantry. If you've done vehicles, then you've got to go to infantry.
That's quite a big switch actually, going the other way.
Mm.
You've got a very good vehicle scheme. You're like, I need to make it match in some way.
But yeah, definitely.
Because you can't.
Anyone got any advice on that? Which way to do it? If I was to get a couple of vehicles, what way would I do the paint scheme? I've got the green robes and the bronze armor.
I'd do something similar to that. I'd go bronze for the whole tank.
Yeah.
And reverse the scheme and do green accents.
Mm.
So I think that would look quite cool.
Yeah. I'll have to have a look.
So I find metal on tanks actually looks really nice in large spots because it just looks right.
Mm.
But yeah, everyone's got a different way of doing it. Some people go proper high detail. I actually prefer a more simplistic vehicle. A lot of people go around and do all the. Actually, I think I remember you telling me once actually when I was doing that. I used to go around and do every single rivet a different colour, and you were like, "Well, why would the rivets be different colours?"
Yeah.
That's a fair point. You kind of just say it's better just to do a little shading around it rather than necessarily colour it differently. So.
I think the time I told you that it was a bit kind of I'd just done a Lehman Russ army, and I was like, why would you like? Yeah, fair enough. If a panel had just been replaced, the bolts would be kind of like worn, the paint would be gone, etc. But Darrow's probably a good way of doing it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see about these. I think it's a Moylator you get in that new box set. Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna.
They've got quite a bit more detail than these. They're kind of in between the Exorcist and a Rhino.
Ugh, great. Rhinos aren't too bad, as you obviously can tell there. But yeah, I remember you doing your Exorcist and going, "Oh god, that looks like a right mission to paint." I've got to paint these roses hidden in the cockpit.
Yeah, I know. That was just like, why are you in there? I'll show you if anyone hasn't seen it, you might be able to make him out in there. There you go.
Yeah.
And the keyboard. Don't forget the keyboard.
Oh,
I'm actually quite happy with how my keyboard turned out, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it was alright, actually. But with the kind of bone white with the black middle keys and all that, so it worked out quite nice.
Well done, mate. That's good. It's one of those things, isn't it, that like my personal paint is like I do a lot of part assembling and I'm quite thorough, and it can be quite painful to be quite thorough sometimes. Why have I done this? Why could I have just glued it shut?
You still don't paint the undersides of your tanks, do you? Captain Thorough.
I need tanks lying around, I'd show you, but I don't. So
it's alright, mate. We understand. We all understand.
Hang on, let me find a tank with a painted bottom.
Hang on. I want to sit down, guys. This could be a while.
Well, I'll tell you what I have got on the underside of my Tauroxes. I've got a squad number.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll write down the numbers, which squad's meant to go in which Taurox. There you go.
And it's fine, really. I don't really paint the undersides of my tanks. I may weather them, but that's about it. Just in case someone turns it over. There we are. Stole the top of Nexus for my Land Raider conversion. Painting all the keys is going to be a pain in the... Yeah. I want to see that Land Raider conversion. Let's see it.
Black there, mostly green, highlight bronze, only because green will show wavering better. Yeah.
don't know. I thought bronze would show weathering quite nicely.
Yeah, I think to be fair, it's going to look at this emulator and then have a look at it and go, what's going to look good? Like the bronze will look really nice on like the window panes. And yeah, maybe the green. Maybe that's some, I quite like doing a bit of green weathering as well. Because I think like the Sisterhood of the Fawn, which my little custom sisterhood, they're pretty battle hardened. They think action speaks louder than words. Yeah, so and it's a bit of an urban battle on our conquest.
Oh, Andy, are we going to subscribe to the Imperium magazine now? Actually, this is not a bad one to. Yeah, I had a look at this. I was very tempted, but one of the sole reasons I'm not doing it is because there's an ATV in there. I don't want to.
Courage.
Don't want Dom to go. Oh, you got an ATV? Look, he said he wanted to get one. No, but it also is. Yeah, I like the idea of it, but because it's the other half of the army is not really one I want to collect. It's difficult to sort of. Yeah, because it's difficult to justify the 40. I think it's £46 a month. I think.
Yeah,
it's not bad to be fair in total for what you get. But yeah, I think because it's mostly Marines that I probably already own, it would feel like a bit of a waste of money to me.
Now, we spoke about this a bit on Discord the other day. I don't know if anyone in the chat at the moment isn't part of our Discord family. Can't find a link. But essentially,
I don't know if you'll make.
For a couple of reasons, I'm not going to do it. Reason number one. Dom could have the crowns. You're right. Reason number one is that I already have, even doing a hobby clear out, I've got a massive backlog of like Necrons at the moment to get on with, and constant ongoing stuff coming in would be a bit horrendous. And reason number two is because I vary my hobby a lot. I don't always buy Necrons, so obviously I've got a few armies on the go, and I'll be going, I want to get some Chaos Space Marines, I want to get some Guard, I want to get some Necrons or some terrain or whatever, and so I don't want to be spending X amount a month on one particular army, if that makes sense. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Go for it if you're really into Space Marines or your Necrons, or even if you get the other little sets. But yeah, for me, it's not really there. I hope that makes sense. Not just my random ramblings.
Yeah, if anything, the only reason I really like it is because the terrain looks good in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sisters I'm not that interested in getting because they're just the basic kind of stuff, and Repentia, which I'm not sure I'm going to have in my army, to be honest.
Oh well, yeah, I'm not against the idea of it. Like, I think it's great for people who want to get into the hobby or want to collect it, or for whatever reason. But also the other end of the stick is it will lower the price for some of these other models, because it's going to flood the market with these second-hand models. So hopefully people will be trying to get rid of them for just the reason we were talking about a minute ago. Like, if you're collecting Space Marines, you might not necessarily want the Necrons. So you want to try and make a bit of your money back and sell them on eBay or whatever.
Of course.
And so other people go, I fancy some destroyers. Don't look how cheap they are. So that's a positive to come out of it, really. And more people into the hobby, the better.
Yes. No, the second-hand market will take a good kick. And, maybe some scalpers in there as well, but, never know. It's, you always get them anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, yeah. And you don't have to buy them.
No, exactly.
That's maybe a bit more controversial statement, but yeah, you don't have to.
but yeah, I mean, Dom being the biggest scalper here, there's eBaying that he does.
Yeah, I'm always on
purchasing. I mean, he's actually bought 800 subscriptions to the magazine.
Yep.
He's big gamble. It's his big.
Yeah, I think it's going to pay off. I think my retirement.
Your retirement funds, yeah.
Yeah, could be fine.
It's alright. I'll start a campaign. Don't buy from Dom. Don't buy from Dom.
No, on the note there, I'm not really. I'm trying to keep control of my
Yeah.
cupboard of grey, because it got to a point I was like, I've got so much stuff in here, and now everything I've got, well, I know what I've got in there. I've got a purpose for it, you know. Some I'm going to make up, others are for bits, and I want to try and maintain that control.
I'm in a very similar boat. I've decided I haven't bought any new models since Christmas, really, so I'm gradually working through everything that I need to do.
Yes, for myself, I've got a load of chaos characters which I've got plans for, which I'll be working on. I've got guard bits, so if I do get any traitor bits or warm guard,
let's trend that. Let's trend that, Larry.
Andy, yeah, that is a very nice Space Marine captain, actually. I did like that model. It was very, very pretty. A lot of people, who's Dom? He's Dom.
Who's that guy?
Dom.
Who's that Dom? Who's that Dom lad? Who does he think he is? Okay, that's enough coats on that. That's good. Let's check this one. Needs a bit more in there. This paint seems to be separating a bit annoyingly.
Tom, I know we don't normally talk politics on this stream.
All right, where's this going?
But I just want to test the water here, and I feel this could be an interesting thing. If people actually do care or they don't care, both are good answers. But I don't know if you've seen the news lately, but
a couple of bits, yeah.
About a particular couple.
Oh no! don't you'll drag me in on this one. This is dangerous.
Really? Have you got some thoughts on this as well,
mate? I honestly, you know me, I have thoughts on many things, but they're not all airable. I'm a very tolerant person a lot of the time, but
in the chat, what do you think me and Tom are talking about?
Daryl's about to leave the stream. Yeah. Anyway, just to give you my nutshell view on the entire thing, I just don't give a monkeys, quite frankly, mate.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
You're never going to get the full truth from any side of the story because it's also cloak and dagger, and it's very hard to make a judgment off that, really, isn't it? In my opinion.
Yeah.
That's you know, that's essentially what I'm saying. You know.
Yeah,
so, thank you, Martin. Appreciate that.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, you're never really going to get the true story of what's happened or what hasn't happened or whatever the situation is, which I think particular parties may take advantage of because of. Yeah,
as the old adage goes, there is no smoke without fire. So I'm sure there is. Truth. Yeah, exactly. I'm sure there is some truth to it, and I'm sure there's some crap to it, and I'm sure there's a lot of publicity to it. So
it's a bit of a shame, but it's a shame because at the end of the day, it's a family problem.
Exactly. That's more what I'm gonna say. Yeah. Ginger.
Yeah.
About.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone forgets about that. Yeah, Daryl. Yeah, that is true. Dry ice.
But yeah, it's one of those things that it's the royal family stuff just doesn't really interest me in that much, to be honest.
Oh, the royal family! Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
I'm sorry. Was I not supposed to say that or something?
I'm talking about someone else.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're lying.
Oh no, I wasn't talking about the royals. What are you talking about them for? Have they been in the news recently?
You see, now you're trying to bait me in a different way, and it's not happening. I know your tricks, Richards. You can make me buy models, but
Mr. Blue, as an American, we can guess your opinion on the royalty. Yeah. Look, you can't have them back, right?
Yeah.
We gave you a chance.
No matter what you want to do with them.
Yeah. We've got a spare one. It's called Andrew. You can have him if you want.
Yeah. He's actually on sale, that one. We're trying to get rid of him desperately.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Azafel has made a very good point.
Oh, Piers Morgan, worst person ever.
I did actually manage to catch that clip. It was quite funny. He had a right paddy.
Did he?
He walked off live. He walked off live on air,
Oh, brilliant.
and then they fired him.
Again.
He was arguing with the weather presenter about Meghan Markle.
Oh, Piers. Yeah.
Yeah. Kane Tragus has got a very good point there as well. Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Well, there you
Yeah,
go.
exactly.
I think we negotiated that minefield rather well. Well done.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, we don't have to bring politics in, but I think we all handled ourselves very well.
Yeah,
well done,
everybody. We all love a bit of politics, don't we?
Yeah, we won't
secretly we do. Publicly we keep it quiet. That is the
Oh,
British way.
Yeah, I mean, some people obviously haven't had a chance to talk to anyone about it. They're probably
This
just
is very
fuming
true.
in their houses or flats. And it's their chance to air their feelings.
Impressed with the diplomacy.
Yeah, exactly. What's this? So I've got a Helldrake's leg. Hanging about.
That would make a nice weapon.
We're making a grappling weapon.
Or a mace.
Miss Windu.
Felpire's not here to comment. Yeah, thank God Felpire's not here to comment. That's good. You had to hold him back.
Yeah, he's a bit of a keyboard warrior, that Felpire.
Yeah, he is. He's
Oh, you dare have a opposing opinion. Oh, you'll feel it.
This is where we find out he will be in chat. You wait, because he's probably on his keyboard right now. I can't do it. It'll prove everything. Oh.
Yeah, exactly. We did it, Tom. We got him.
We got him. That's it. I kind of want him to reply now.
Nice. Right.
Yeah, but Felpire hopefully should be coming down with his Necrons at some point, actually. So
cool.
When everything's cleared up. So he's actually obviously painted a fair bit. Sorry, I've had a private message from somewhere else. I'll let you use your imagination on.
Yeah, nice. Well, it'd be good to get a bit more Necron love.
Yeah.
Build the dynasties.
Yes. No. I think. Well, I heard the stream message. Oh, that's interesting. Cause, I didn't hear it myself, which is odd, but. Maybe I should start a Necron army then, Dom. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you could start a Necron army. Yeah,
I think I'll start Nids before Tyranids.
Nids before Tyranids?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Gavin's been trying to sell me a box, I think, or give me a box of them for ages.
Yeah, Nids are alright. Yeah, I haven't collected Nids for a long time. I just thought Nids as a collection are quite hard to get behind. Because they've not really got much character to them, in my opinion. Maybe a controversial statement. At least Necrons now in the last couple of editions have had a bit more character chucked in there. Gene Sith Cult probably have a bit of...
I mean, to be honest, I have a lot of my armies already have quite a bit of character to them anyway, in my opinion. So I could go with a very kind of kind of a stone, kind of just a standard. This is just a killing machine. No, kind of dispassionate. No.
Yeah, and I think that's the way of looking at it, isn't it? If you're going to start a Tyranid army, that's probably the best way of looking at it. That you're, completely apart.
Felpire's Necrons is not like he played, I think Felpire's had enough now. We have to pick on someone else. How's Daryl doing?
Would Daryl be up for a game soon? Daryl?
I hope so.
With your
I know Vicky would like to give Daryl a game as well, actually. Yeah.
Black Legion.
I mean, Daryl's got quite a nice. He's got a good back garden down his house as well.
He has. It's always nice to see Daryl's mum.
The fishing rod is strong in this one.
Ooh, hello, Gazebo. Yeah, Daryl, look forward to a game, even if it's my sister's battle against your Black Legion, or I'd love to play against your Blood Angels.
Yeah. I think this is probably going to be one of those things where when summer finally hits, there's going to be a lot of 40k playing going on.
Yeah, definitely.
And another Apocalypse game.
Oh, yeah!
I think we should do 2 this year, actually.
Well, we need to make up for lost time, Tom.
Well, we should do one with us, and then we should do another one with other people.
Yes, definitely.
Or to see who we can get involved on that. Because it's been a while since we've done a large scale one.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Starting Necrons means more Xenos to purge for the Black Temple, indeed. We should do a Nurgle. Yeah, me and Daryl could do Nurgle team up. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Extra bubbly.
Oh, mate, that'd be good. I'd like to see better armies. That'd be quite a nice contrast as well. Scheme and theme. Yeah, it'd be very interesting to see that. Maybe you two can team up against MacLeod.
Ooh.
I'll actually get to be the good guys for once in a big Apocalypse game.
No, God aren't good guys.
We're the good guys.
The Nurgle are good guys. They just want to make you feel better about yourself. They want to enhance your body. Make you feel a bit better. Absorb your bits in. Yeah, it's fine. It gives you every illness under the sun, so you don't need to catch it later.
Yes, Daryl, good idea. If Tom's up for that,
of course,
we'll do.
Of course,
yeah, that'd be quite a fun game. Don't know how my God would do like the old Codex now because the brand new Defcon Codex.
I think you'd be in a bit of trouble. I think. Although you got good tanks, so.
Yeah, get the tank companies out.
You have to bear that
get the
in mind.
It'll be a good game.
I've got to let this dry a little bit before I put this next layer on. Sit here and twiddle my thumbs.
Can you name any other army that shoots the same soldiers? Well, on purpose, maybe, or accidentally. Orcs definitely would.
Yeah, I mean, orcs would be like, oh, that guy's getting a bit stronger than me. Bam.
Bam, bam.
Beating him. My time to go up the ranks.
Yeah. Exactly that. Where's my pin to unclog my glue?
Oh dear. Haven't you got a lighter?
No, I don't up here.
The old needle lighting trick's good. As long as you don't obviously leave the needle in the glue.
Well, that would also mean I need a needle.
Ah. I see.
See the problem I'm going to have here.
I'll just leave it on top of your heater, mate.
Yeah, exactly. Watch me tripping out.
Now that would be a stream right there. That would be an interesting stream. I think maybe you should give it a go. We can. Does everyone next stream? Does everyone see Tom like high? Dom high on some form of I don't know, glue experiment.
Well, on the next stream, we get to see people's tanks, Tom.
We do.
I'm looking.
We'll be high on paint. On paint.
Yeah.
Of excellent paint jobs.
Yes, so I'm looking forward to that. See what people come up with.
Well, cover the drug use category.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not for kids. For anyone who obviously doesn't know about YouTube's rating systems now, when you obviously do things on YouTube, you have to now say if it was or wasn't made for kids, and if it's deemed that it is, you have to remove it from all of the kind of feeds, and you can't have comments, all this kind of stuff. So we always make sure there's some bad languages in here at some point, or drug use references, all the good stuff.
Oh, good times.
So, I was going to say there's some backtracking there.
Larry, I can, but we've only got 40 minutes. So I think maybe another stream we'll try and go through those.
What's that? 60.
Obviously not.
I must admit, Larry, I've never heard him do it.
Yeah, I normally mutter them as I'm rolling dice or I'm hoping for some good rolls.
I mean, actually, I suppose he does sort of say, but normally what happens is he sort of mimics his characters, but they're all headless normally. So from the Emperor's Champion chopping their heads off. So.
Gosh. How dare you, sir? How dare you?
I'm just getting the pre-game for the Apocalypse ready, mate. Yeah, we've got to get the insults in so we get the rivalry going again.
Yeah, a nice bit of banter.
Always
it's going to be quite interesting. So, like, you know, I've painted a few little bits for my word bearer since our last game, but I don't know how much I've actually painted to.
I haven't really added an awful lot actually recently, because I've been concentrating on other projects primarily.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I've been working on my my Necrons and Sisters, etc. But there's been bits that have been added since the last Apocalypse game. Let's say.
I do have an absolute pile of Templar stuff to do actually, which I built a long time ago. I made some veteran squads quite a while ago with lots of weapon loadouts, but obviously then Primaris came out and I was like, well, I better do them first, and they kind of just went on the back burner. But I think I've got 20 of them to do with various weapon loadouts.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I tried to do quite a few, and I also had I think 10 Stern Guard I did as well with lots of combi weapons, so I could have lots of options.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But it's one of those ones that I haven't really gone back to them because I've been so busy with other things. They just sat on a shelf built, well, actually part assembled as well. They're not even fully built because I was going to paint them first because some of the some of the weapon loadouts don't lend themselves to being painted well, fully attached. So.
Right. Yeah. I suppose being a smaller Marines now as well. Do you find it difficult sometimes to go back after painting?
Yeah, I do. I mean, they're all right, but they're just. I do prefer the aesthetic of the new Marines. Simply put, sadly, it's. I was kind of hoping, that they'll do some mixed Crusader squads at some point. I think that would be quite cool.
What between your standard?
Maybe they'll call it Crusader Mark II, where the initiates are the trainees for the.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just a hard one from an outsider point of view. Obviously, not having any Marines one way or another. I like the individuality you get with the normal Space Marines. Although aesthetically, like the models, the sculpts are just nicer in the Primaris one. Although they're not as individual.
No, they're nowhere near as individual. The customization options are not there really. They're much more rigid in what you can take.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough because that's kind of what they were. I think that's what they were aiming to do with the game system, in my opinion. Trying to bring it to I suppose, a more level playing field in certain ways.
Yeah.
But we'll see. There's time. The fact you can still take all the other models kind of negates that point anyway. So.
Yeah, what are people's views on that? Primaris versus original Marines and aesthetically,
what big original Marine fans in here, I'm pretty sure.
You don't have to be a Marine player to comment on this. No. Like I said, I like the old Marines, how they look in some aspects, like conversion possibilities, but yeah, the Primaris just got more dynamic poses.
Yes, and I think the size is the correct size as well. There you go, there's one. But yeah, I think eventually I will probably end up moving more and more of my army towards Primaris stuff as and when options present themselves.
Yeah.
But you know, it's all about. I think, as you said, I think the thing that annoys me slightly is that options come with new units. You know, so you sort of had to buy more different units to get the options that you got off maybe having a tactical squad with lots of heavy weapons in it, or a, you know, a heavy weapon squad with. I mean, yeah, they've got like, you know, 3 types of intercessors almost, haven't they? So, and then you've got different
Yes.
weapon loadouts for those intercessors as well, but they're all basically the same models. There's no real difference other than the gun. That's about it. So, same with the Hell Blasters and all that. They've just got a slightly different gun loadout. That's it.
I think it's a real shame for the, especially for the HQs.
Yeah.
They all seem to be one sculpt, unless you want to really go out there and try and kit bash them up. The old Marines, you got like the Space Marine Captain, etc. You kind of really go to town on those conversions, but yeah, I just think that's a bit of a shame, really.
What you're saying is you another lieutenant.
Yeah, if you give me a stat, like, yeah, I mean they're all the same sculpt, aren't they? What's the fun in that? And I'm a little bit cautious as a Chaos Space Marine player. That's the way it's going as well. So, you know, like, oh god, no, we don't want that.
I don't think they should, or really should, standardise Chaos in any way, shape, or form. It should be much more kind of like this is a war band. They slap on armour that they've nursed through many combats, because obviously replacements are not like that easy to come by. I would presume. So so everything should look a bit more, not higgledy-piggledy necessarily, but a bit different.
Yeah, I think like Chaos Space Marines, it depends on what legion you've gone with.
This is true.
Like we said previously, like World Eaters are very much kind of like, oh, I've just decapitated this guy, but his leg arm is fine. I'm going to pinch it. And then you might get other legions, like for instance, the Alpha Legion, I would imagine, have got some pretty good gear and a pretty good supply of stuff coming in.
Iron Warriors as well.
Yeah, Iron Warriors. Yeah, exactly. So it's a bit of a hard one to say it, but that gives that kind of aspect to customizing your models one way or another.
Exactly.
Which I think is quite nice about Chaos, where Marines are very much kind of like, this is our supply route. We are going to be resupplied in 6 months, and we'll look after all this armor we've got. We're next to our Gene Seed, and we've got our PDF here to defend us. Chaos are like, what do I do? Yeah, Mr. Blue, yeah, myself, we think still sleep. Is it true? So yeah, that's my concern for Chaos, that they might end up going down that route as well.
I think we'll have to wait until whenever this release comes. I suspect it's going to be I reckon the Chaos release now, having looked at sort of what's coming out recently, I think it's pushing more towards I don't know, maybe I reckon end of year actually, mate. Sadly.
Yeah, it is a shame as well.
Mainly because I think it's actually going to be quite a big release. If I'm totally hand on heart, I think there's going to be quite a big Chaos release.
Ooh. Do you think there's going to be some?
I think there might be some big changes actually. Yeah. I mean, if you take into account the the change they made for the Space Marine stuff, because obviously they bundled everything into one book. You know, all the main units were in a book. I could see that. I could actually see that working very well for all the Chaos Legions. You know, having all the base units in the standard, whatever, the Black Legion book.
That is the Chaos Space Marine. That's not Black Legion. Yeah. We're not Black Legion pawns. We're not Abaddon's lapdogs. We're the bearers of the word.
But my point is, but then you could quite happily have an add-on codex after that for your thing very nicely.
Yeah.
With all your little things. I mean, obviously the word bearers have never had one, have they? So.
No, we haven't had one, which is a shame.
I would actually genuinely like to see one for every single one of the Traitor Legions, but that's what I think it's only fair.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Because if you think about it, that's exactly what they did for Space Marines. That all the core chapters have a book.
Yeah.
So why don't the Traitor Legions all have a core book as well, not just the gods thing? I think it should be, they're all very different in my opinion. So
yeah, definitely. I think like most of the legions can put in you can have a named character or a unit type possibly, and it's just a massive missed opportunity by Games Workshop.
I agree.
And it's like, come on, we need this, guys. You know, I'm not saying every Chaos Primarch should suddenly Demon Primarch should appear, but there should be at least a named character,
No, they
some
should.
that should appear in the. They should. Sorry, Gilliman.
Well, it just means the War Primax can come back then as well.
Yeah, our next one will be the Lion, and it'll be like, oh, come on. I thought all the.
Pinhead Larry, yes, you are correct. I would argue that as well. I think all that time in the warp and doing what they do, I think they would have diverged more away from each other actually than necessarily being similar, which is why I find the Chaos Codex a bit weird. You know, they're trying to bring together a bunch of units that are actually should be inherently quite different depending on the legion that you're a member of. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, I'd love to see, like you said, Pinhead Larry about Porto Rabo. Like, I'd love to see some decent Arm Warrior stuff get released, because they're one of those legions that they might not need all of the bells and whistles, but if they had something extra in there, maybe an artillery piece, something like that. I would love that for Iron Warriors and Alpha Legion as well. They could really put a bit of love in there.
Night Lords.
Who?
Night Lords. You know they need it.
Yeah. But yeah, they do. Chaos definitely deserve some nice stuff. I don't want to keep going on about it, Tom. I don't sound.
I was wondering how long you were gonna until you stopped talking about it, but you know you just kept going, didn't you? So.
Oh, you know to press my buttons.
I just got to agree with you, really, mate. That's all I do, and then you just keep going. It's fine.
Keep feeding him. Keep feeding
him. It's right. He'll keep going. Just shows you're passionate about me. I don't care. That's fine. I love Chaos as well. I just, you know, for me, it's not. It's, you know, it's for. I've got two very different Chaos armies to you as well, and I do feel they have been slightly misrepresented over the last few years. Now I've been playing with them more. You know, Death Guard, I think, are fine. There's no problem with it. I think they've now got. They're in their little sweet spot. I think personally. But I think if as much care was given to the other Chaos Legions as they've done to Death Guard, and maybe, I suppose, Thousand Suns, maybe.
Nah, Thousand Suns have just been neglected dramatically.
Yeah, even that's why I was sort of umming and ahhing. I don't think they really have actually had the same treatment. You know,
no, not at all. No, Death Guard have always been since I've played, like, even way before the Codex. Have always been one of those legions that you as a hobbyist, you've got so much that space to kind of do what you want. Thousand Suns, like a very like model range, are kind of like very limited. And I think
that's a fair comment, Larry.
Through Games Workshop.
And obviously the Rebukai Marines are very much, that's it pretty much, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah, well, Pinhead Larry, give Thousand Suns a bunch of AOS stuff. It's that, but then they deserve more than just going copy paste. They need something else in there, which I think I can't say what it is, but they definitely need something. And it'd be interesting to see what happens with Emperor's Children and World Eaters, because that's going to be happening at some point as well. See how they interpret Modern Edition. Will World Eaters get Red Butchers? I hope so.
They should do.
That would be a lovely Terminator type to bring into the game. Definitely give some of the other Terminators a bit of a run for their money.
Ooh, you're making a comment about my Terminators.
I was talking about the Imperial ones, Tom.
Well, the Imperial Terminators are good, so be fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Right, I've got to let all that dry now before I do anything else. That's going to probably be my little painting sesh done for the moment. So I'm going to make streaky models otherwise, I suspect. Which I don't like. I don't like streaky models.
Yeah, new.
There we go. Oh!
How's everyone's modelling going this evening?
Yes, any
feel free to put some
progress shots in Discord, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorcerer Dreadnoughts. Yeah, exactly. There's so much stuff people can start putting in. Dark Apostle Dreadnought. Yes, that would be amazing.
Like I mean, but then saying that, we haven't got a Chaplain Dreadnought anymore, have we? So.
Well, we don't have to have the same things, Tom.
I wouldn't want a Dark Apostle Dreadnought for Black Templars. You're quite correct, mate.
I don't agree what he's talking about, brother.
Bit preachy,
Some
isn't
would
he?
say he's a hate monger. Yeah, the Curse of Trim. Yeah, I think like for word bearers, I wanted to try and avoid talking about word bearers. But yeah, there's some stuff there they can really put in. Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to talk about it.
Hooked in too deep. I can't get it out.
But I was thinking earlier, cultists. Like they could add some new models with the cultists instead of just mob of cultists with auto guns or riot pistols. Like they could kind of take a bit of a leaf out of the Gene Stealer cult book and kind of give them a rickety transport or something.
Yeah, I mean that. The thing is, because they've basically kind of, I mean, judging by the Death Guard Codex, I suspect that cultists are going to be reserved to a very crappy role from this point forward. I think, judging by what they did with them in the Death Guard one, they don't even get objectives secured anymore. So.
Well, they've lost that in 8th.
Yeah.
Yeah, they played in 8th?
No, I think it was 9th that dropped. I think.
Yeah, but they were slowly dying a death anyway. Cultists.
Well, you kind of look at them and you go, well, what are they going to do with them? You know, I suspect and I think the way I look at it is because Death Guard is Death Guard. That's probably why it's been done there, because the cultists are kind of like they are the Poxwalkers. That's their version of cultists, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Exactly. Why would you take cultists if you got Poxwalkers?
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
Why would you take Poxwalkers?
Yeah, but why would you take cultists rather than Poxwalkers for Death Guard?
I know Daryl likes her Poxwalkers. So.
But yeah, cultists were so good at one point, and then they just like Games Workshop really doesn't just keep nerfing them.
Well, I think that's actually down to the name of the book. It is the Chaos Space Marines. I think cultists don't. I think maybe actually they shouldn't really have a part in it.
Maybe they should get their own book.
I agree. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I don't think they have a part in Space Marines. I think they should be removed. I think if it's going to be called Chaos Space Marines, it should be exactly what it says on the tin, really.
Yeah.
Either that, or you change it to the Forces of Heretics.
Forces of Heretics.
Yeah.
Who came up with this title? It's terrible.
The Heretical Forces of Chaos. There we go. Is that better?
Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
So there's a bit of a Poxwalker off there.
Yeah, nice.
But yeah, it's a bit of an odd one. I think they're in a bit of a weird place, but I think that's why I'm slightly more confident there will be a release of perhaps more of a heretical Imperial Guard decks of some description. I think, especially when you look at the popularity of the Blackstone Fortress models.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's an obvious thing to go towards, really, isn't it? If they were looking to do a new codex or a new range of models, I think that would probably be something they could go into.
Yeah,
because you're going into chaos armies across the board, rather than a whole new Xeno race, which you wouldn't be able to ally with anyone. There's so many Imperial factions already out there. I think it'd be it.
I mean, they could do a mercenary codex, mate.
Yeah, they could do. Crew.
You can just pick whatever you want.
Crew mercenaries.
No, they have a unit for you can pick it from any army.
Oh right.
Just any army.
Any army.
No special rules. You can pick any unit you want from any codex, and that's the mercenary army. So you hire a squad of intercessors, a squad of cultists.
Yeah.
They can call it the Soup Codex.
Oh god, I don't think they'd be very fond of that idea.
No.
Hello. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thanks for dropping in.
That many likes.
It's alright.
Well, Tom.
Yeah.
I think.
No.
I think we need to talk about something.
Oh
It's quite a serious matter.
The lottery. Okay, let's do that.
Oh yeah, we've got to do that in a minute, haven't we? Get my numbers up in a minute and we'll have a little look-see. I'll tell you what, if I won some money on the lottery, Tom,
Yeah.
I'd probably invest in buying some new models.
Would you?
Yes.
I see you've double segued it. You're very good at this.
I've been practicing. Yeah, so I would probably purchase some models.
I noticed 2 people logged off since you started.
One's come back. One's come back. Hang on.
Oh, what was he talking about? Was he going to talk about that place called Goblin Gaming?
So, but of course, if I won the lottery, I don't think I'd be quite. I'd still be quite good with my money, and I'd want to get a bargain.
So you just buy the store instead?
No, Tom. Why would I want to do that? That's a lot of commitment. I wouldn't have to work anymore. Let me daft. I'd probably go to a website.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'd probably go to Goblin Gaming.
Goblin Gaming, I see.
Goblin Gaming, yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
And I'd use the link below.
Below in our description, as usual.
Yep. And I would probably get some new models with that link. And Tom, because I'm such a generous person who's literally just won the lottery, I'd probably buy you a box of Primaris Marines.
Just the one.
Yeah, like I said, I'm trying to be careful with my money.
Okay. All right.
But Tom, the good thing is that if I use that link below,
yeah, you get a discount.
At Studios, you get a discount for starters, which is good. It's a lot cheaper than Games Workshop. And also, Black Toe Studios gets a little bit of money from every time you use that link. And what that would do is go back towards the channel to fund for some new filming supplies, some new hobby supplies and stuff for events. So yeah, definitely do that. And I would buy him an ATV. That's completely correct, Pinhead Larry, because he really wants one. He just But anyway, guys, if you're going to buy something after listening to this and want to go get yourself some models, use that link below. We get a tiny bit of money. It doesn't come out of your pocket. It comes out of Goblin Gaming's pocket, and it goes back towards the channel to help us grow. Because obviously lockdown's coming to an end, and we're going to be doing some events, and anything through there will go towards prizes, etc. for events. So yeah, guys, really appreciate it if you could use that link below. That would be fan-dabby-dozy.
There we go.
There you go. That's it. I'm not going to do any more.
Yeah, he did very well there. He restrained himself.
Yeah, I could have really gone into one. Just use the link!
Just use the link and buy everything! Don't stop buying. Don't stop buying until you're kicked out of your house.
Yeah.
Would you like your numbers as well?
Oh, yes, I would. Hang on.
I know you like to get a little bit excited.
I do get a little bit excited. I've got right, hang on.
He's having it's just it. I mean, Jack, technically, I don't know.
That's a good answer.
I guess we'd have to find out, wouldn't we? Do it and see if we get arrested.
Oh my goodness. He's very bitter about that £5, Tom. Don't cross it.
I mean,
he'll take you down with me. He's very unpredictable. You don't know what he'll do. Right. Here we go.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Number 1?
Oh, yes. Get in there.
A 16.
Okay, we're a bit scuppered. Okay, yeah.
21.
Okay, no.
32.
Nope.
Oh, it's the only point carrying on, really.
33. What are the lucky numbers at the end?
33.
Right.
And then an 11 and a 12.
Okay, I'm just going to check the other one. There was a bit of a carry on with the other. Oh, we won like £2.50. No, okay.
I hope you check your Euro Million raffle results as well. You know.
Oh, well, mate. with my luck at the moment, do you think there's any point in checking anything?
Yeah, but I mean, you have actually been checking them, though, haven't you? Because
Yes,
I
yeah.
never read them out. You know, it'd be bad if you're like, well, Tom says there wasn't anything there, it should be all right, and then it's like you're throwing away like 3
Yeah,
in air making
yeah.
codes. It's very awkward.
Yeah, so no win, unfortunately. Bit of a shame.
Well, it's okay.
Oh, Tom, one day we'll win.
I don't mind not winning so much. Just want to have a bit more freedom to do some more of this. You know, that's the key, isn't it? Really.
It is indeed.
Don't worry, when we retire, mate, into our 80s, whenever it is.
Okay, getting a bit depressing. Yep, carry on.
We can play some 40k then, when we can't even lean over the table anymore.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to put a picture up on Discord later, or tomorrow even. Not later. Tomorrow I'll put a picture up on Discord. And at work, there's a massive crate that's just been left. And it's probably the panel about 10 foot by 7 foot. And I was like, oh, hello there. That's an apocalypse board right there.
That's not bad actually. Is it in one piece though?
It's battened together.
Okay.
That's pretty sturdy.
Well, maybe we could repurpose
But I was just
it.
thinking, how do you get to the middle of the board? You have to put something like massive line of sight blocking terrain that no one can climb on.
I could see that happening.
Yeah.
We'll just get a shared retirement room.
Whoa.
Separated by a 40k table in the middle.
Yeah, okay. I think that's going to be at least my concern. I'm sorry, Mr. Richards. He was very persistent about you sharing the same room.
In fact, he bought the entire place just to make sure you couldn't go anywhere else. He's only got 1 week's of rent though.
Yeah. Apparently, whatever's going to happen, it's going to happen this week. And the rest of the staff, we're very excited to find out what that is.
Because we're not going to be here.
Yeah, he's giving us all the week off. Anyway,
on that
before
note,
we go down that route, guys, if you've been working on anything tonight, please put a picture up in Discord.
Yeah, we'd love to see you. You'd love to see what you're doing. And obviously, if you have just joined us and you're not a member of our Discord community, please use that link there to join us as well, because we'd love to hear from you. There's obviously currently a challenge going on at the moment, paint-wise, which is due in next Tuesday.
It is.
So we are really looking forward to seeing what all you guys have been up to. This is looking like a good one, and we'll have to think up another one to do as well, won't we? I suppose.
Yeah, don't worry, Tom.
Beards. I think we'll do a beard theme.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
I think characters with beards.
Yes.
Or lots of people would be like, dwarves or.
Bring on the Gandalf.
Bring on the Gandalf. Hope that's not code for something.
All right, we've got to end the stream. We've got to end the stream. It's going the wrong way.
All right. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I have been Tom, and this has been
Tom.
And we're both from Black Toe Studios, and we will see you next week. So take care, everyone.
Bye. Take care. Toodaloo. Show us your Gandalf.